Hey, I'm Bill, this is Vital Bike Chains, and today something revolutionary is coming in the mail. Let's go check it out. And here it is. It's a new chain checker. And this one is made by Progold. And I'll put it up right here. And it's maybe a little different than some of the others. Now, Progold makes another, or had made another gauge. It's very similar. So I'm going to show you the part number on the one I have. It is part number 218028. Or is it? Because when I go to their website and I look up this item, there it is. It looks just like mine. However, they show that it's part 218021. So what's going on? And then if you write yourself a little note to the company and say, hey, what's going on with this? Then the response you get is, well, no response. If you've used any kind of chain checker before, it's the same idea. Now look at this first paragraph. The last sentence says, if the tool does not fall into the link, there is no measurable wear, which I get, but we'll take a look what happens with this tool. At least for me, checking the chain on the bike is easier than checking the chain off the bike. So I have this little stand to make it easier for me. And first we're going to measure a new chain. This is a SRAM PC870. And first we're going to use the Park Tool chain checker. It's the 3.2. You can get it pretty much everywhere for like 10, 12 bucks. When I use my CC 3.2, even the 0.5 end, it's not even close to going in to the roller on this new chain. Let's try our new Progold gauge, and when I drop it in, you can't really see this. It's not going into the roller. It's sitting right on top. However, the reading is 1. And so what is 1? Is it 1%? No, it can't be that. Is it 0.1%? I guess they didn't want to put a point in front of the numbers. And really, why is this even a 1 anyways? Why isn't it a 0? I mean, am I missing something, or did whoever designed this, engineer this, did they miss something? Now, I'm tempted to just take these values and grind them off. They're like laser etched in. But if you ground these off and started the first one at 0, and then the second one would be a 1 and go up from there, you could even add a point if you wanted to. 0.1, 0.2, so on. All right, well, let's move on. Again, that was a new chain, and now we're gonna try it on a used chain. This is a SRAM chain, also one of the Eagles. And so I'm gonna check it with the Park Tool chain checker first, and you'll notice that the Park Tool chain checker is like another link longer than the Progold tool. So again, it doesn't fall into the 0.5. It almost kind of wants to go. And now to the Progold checker, and it kind of goes in and it comes to a stop right around somewhere between the 4 and the 5, which makes sense when you think about the Park Tool tool. The 0.5 didn't go in. Like I said, it kind of seemed like it was about to go in, so it was like maybe on the verge of being the 0.5, and yet the Progold is just shallow of that 5, which I actually think is probably supposed to be 4, which is supposed to be 0.4. So in the end, do I like this gauge? Yeah, I like this gauge. Do I love this gauge? Maybe that's a bit much. Maybe I like this gauge. I mean, it's not the best thing since sliced bread. It's not as great as paw-shaped pasta, and I don't think Hall & Oates are going to be writing a song about it. Well, at least I hope not. Now, if you contact Progold by email and ask them to explain why they start with a 1 and not a 0, and then don't move to 0.1 instead of 1, the answer you get is, well, you'll get no answer. Because if they did start this gauge with the first increment being 0 and then went to 0.1, 0.2 and so on, I think I might fall in love with this gauge. Yeah, and I'm not a fan of those pin type gauges. A lot of companies make those. So I do like the idea of having increments, not just yes, it's good or no, it's bad. Like, I want to know, like, incrementally where I stand. Like, am I close to needing a new chain, or am I like still pretty much have a new chain? And now for the big but regarding chains. This checker, along with the Park Tool checker that you saw, they won't accurately check your SRAM flat top chains. It's a bit of a long story, maybe for another video, but it boils down to that those flat top chains have larger rollers than any other chain in the world. Hopefully this gives you some ideas for the next chain checker you might buy. I'll catch you next time.